Are the 4 new palettes from Lethal Cosmetics tan girl friendly? Let's go ahead and put them to the test and find out in this video. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. I'm so excited. Today I have the 4 palettes from the Lethal Cosmetics and Avatar The Last Airbender collection. They did send these to me and I have been having so much fun creating looks with the palettes. Today I'm going to film the last look with the last palette, which is the Air palette. So before I get into the 4 looks, let's go ahead and see some close-ups, swatches, hear a little bit about this collection. Also, I just want to mention I only have the eyeshadow palettes. I did not get the full collection in PR, which is totally fine. I was honestly most excited about the eyeshadow palettes anyway. I will say though, the little makeup bag looks so cute. The sponge looks cute. The highlighter looks amazing. So I was gonna go ahead and buy those pieces, but I was tied up that day and I heard the frenzy was wild. So I did miss out, but I'm so happy to have the eyeshadow palettes. So let's go ahead and look at them, talk about the collection really quick. Now they have been teasing this one for quite some time, so I am so happy we finally have this collection out. And there is a pre-order open, and I do have a non-affiliate code with Lethal. So if you use it, I think you save 10% on your order, which it's better than no percent is what I always say. But we have this cute Appa makeup bag. It's so cute. I've seen a few people show this and yeah, it just looks so cute. I don't really have much background in this show. I believe it's a show. So I don't really know what all the references are, but I just love it so, so much. There's also a beautiful White Lotus highlighter. This looks like a beautiful duochrome highlighter. There's swatches on 3 different skin tones on the Lethal website. We've also got liner sets with each corresponding palette. They also have lipsticks. These are the Azula lipsticks, and there is a bundle available. So we have 3 different shades, 2 more red shades, and then one that's a little bit more rosy looking. That retails for $42.75. That's if you purchase it in the bundle, of course. I'm just giving you guys like general information that I see on their side. I don't have any of these products. So I'm just going to flash pictures on the screen. As far as the palettes go, I do have all 4 of them. So let's go ahead and take a look. Unleash your inner waterbender with this 9-pan eyeshadow palette inspired by the Water Tribe. These retail for $29. And it says the Avatar The Last Airbender is a beloved animated series that follows the journey of Aang, the last surviving airbender, who is also the Avatar, destined to bring balance to a divided world. The wonderful, rich, and timeless world of Avatar The Last Airbender was the inspiration of this limited edition makeup collection. And we've got all of the shade descriptions and stuff like that on the website. Then we have the beautiful Fire palette. We've got the Air palette and the Earth palette. So I've done a look with every single one. Let's go ahead and roll the tape. Okay, so I'm going to film a look with the Fire palette. I'm so excited. This swatched beautifully, so I can't wait to put it on my eyes. Okay, so I have a Lethal brush here. I'm going to go into this really bright orange shade. I mean, how could I not? And I just want to like press that all over the lid, and I'm going to bring it into the crease as well. I love this color so much. That's so pretty. I'm filming this look at 9:41 at night. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna film my new makeup releases episode after this, so usually I don't like to film this late, but I'm playing catch up from a few things that I have, like this Lethal collection. I got it in the mail kind of late, and so I have to create 4 looks because there's 4 different palettes, or at least I want to create 4 looks, so I need to film And I usually bank on my kids napping to film, but it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes I can get them down at the same time, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes the older one naps and the younger one will stay up, or vice versa. And that's life, right? Like, so when they go to bed at night is the time for me to film right now. I still have a babysitter to help me, but I need to film. I just want to get it done so that this video is done, because inevitably there's always something around the corner. And so that's just a little peek behind the veil, as they would say, if anyone's curious. And as I'm saying that, I'm like, what is around the corner? And I was like, the new Natasha Denona palette. I just ordered it today on Sephora because it launched as an app exclusive on the Sephora website, even though it's not launching on the Natasha Denona website till 2 days from now. So I did go ahead and pre-order it. So it launched as a app exclusive on Sephora, and I ordered it because I'm curious about it, and that'll be here tomorrow. So you'll actually probably see my Natasha Denona video before you see this video, because I spent a lot of buckaroonies to get that early. But honestly, I feel like gone are the days where being in like the top 3-4 got you more views than the rest of the videos. I know there's some creators that still do. If they're like the first to create with something, they get a lot of views. But with Natasha Denona, like, her PR people already have the palette. Like Angela Bright, who I got to meet at Creator and Friends, so sweet, massive YouTube channel. She got this palette in PR. I saw her showing it on her story. So gone are the days. Anyway, Fire Sages, this brown. Just gonna put a little bit on the outer corner here, just to give it some depth. I love all these warm palettes that are coming out. I'm so excited for the golden palette. It's not really something I am just like in awe of as far as a color story goes, but I know that's the kind of palette I would reach for. Like if I'm like, oh my gosh, I need something that's gonna work with a certain outfit, or I'm gonna be cosplaying as a dance mom. I'm taking this black shade now on this tiny blending brush, and I'm just gonna put that on the outer corner as well. These eyeshadows are very pigmented. They're lovely. They're great. I like just like building on top of each other. So I'm really enjoying that. I think I'm still scarred from trying the melt eyeshadow primers. I keep telling myself like I'm gonna use them as a cut crease primer, because I think those will be very effective as a cut crease primer, but I don't really do cut creases, so maybe I'm lying to myself a little bit. But oh my gosh, that was wild. Anyway, this is blending nicely. Now I just want to take this fun fiery shade called Roku and just put that all over my lid, I think. Because like I said, I still have to film new makeup releases, and that video usually takes a while to film, and then I have to edit it, which also takes a while because I gotta pull all the assets from it, for it, I mean. So many like red palettes, like the Crow, so grungy from Wicked Widow, but stunning. This palette is freaking stunning. the new Unearthly palette. I just posted 2 looks with that palette. Oh my god, this is such a pretty color. So, can't complain if you have to work late, but you still get to play with pretty eyeshadow palettes. You cannot complain. I feel a little devilish, but I kind of love it. Okay, let me go ahead and line the waterline really quick with my Pacifica eyeliner. Okay, I'm just taking this little BK Beauty blending brush. I'm going to go into that hot orangey color, and I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. Okay, I'm going to go into Black Sun and just put a little bit on the very outer corner of the waterline, just to match the energy of the outer corner on the lid. I like it. I like it. It's very grungy and it's cute. And then I'm just going to take a little pencil brush and I'm going to take the shade called, what is this one called? The Dancing Dragon. Super pretty, kind of like silvery white shade. And I got a good amount on this brush. It's a tiny brush. I'm going to give it a nice little spray. And I'm going to pop that on right here in the inner corner. I have a very loud cat. And sometimes she'll meow and I'm thinking it's one of my kids crying. These cats, man, I know it's like a thing they do. Is it for sympathy? I know the cat lovers in the comments will definitely let me know. Not that I'm not a cat lover. I was definitely a dog person though when I met my husband, so he's the cat guy. But they are very special, but they kind of drive me nuts because I'm always worried they're going to wake up one of my kids. Anyway, eye look is done. I think it looks fierce. I have blush, highlighter, and bronzer on already. So I'm going to spray my face, throw on a lip, put on some mascara, grab some earrings, and I will be right back to show you the finished look with this palette. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look with the Fire palette from the Lethal, the Avatar Last Airbender collection. If you guys know if I've worn these earrings on my channel before, please let me know in the comments. You're a real one. I cannot remember for the life of me if I've ever worn these earrings. I think I got them from Zara and I just like saw them in my earring holder and I was like, let's just go. Like, let's just go over the top with this look. So let me know if you've seen me wear these before. I have no clue, but here it is. Let me go ahead and tell you what else is on my face today. So I did recently pull out this older foundation in my collection. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This was like one of my favorite foundations in 2022, which feels like 500 years ago, but it wasn't really that long ago. And I really like it. I really love NARS's base products and I hadn't used this in a while and yeah, I think it's lovely. So hopefully I can pan this year. I feel like I've used them quite a bit, so that's a secret goal that I just like realized. And then for concealer, I'm just wearing the Natasha Denona concealer. I wear it in the shade NP10. I feel like this is actually a decent shade match for me. I wanted to try this out again because I hadn't used it in a long time. And the new Natasha collection is coming, so I was just curious about it. I have the Say liquid bronzer on. I've been loving that. And I topped it with the new bronzer from Unearthly. This is in the shade medium. These are so beautiful. They're like a marble bronzer. Love that. And then I'm wearing the Mirage highlighter from Unearthly as well. I did blend it out quite a bit, so it's a little bit more subtle in this look, but those low light highlighters are so gorgeous from Unearthly. And then for blush, I do have a new blush. This is the Lawless blush in Starburst, and I do have a reel. It's either up or it's coming soon, just kind of demoing this product. Super beautiful shade. So that is a little bit of everything that's on my face. And then for my lips, I'm wearing an Unearthly lip color. This is in the shade Gladys. It does feel a little bit old, so I think I'm going to go ahead and actually declutter this, but I really, really liked Minerva. I was wearing it in my Unearthly video, and I was like, I'm ready for another bright lip from Unearthly, so I grabbed this one, but it doesn't feel as smooth as the other one I just tried, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it, but I wanted to give it one last hurrah. So that is the shade on my lips. If I can find it on the Unearthly website, I will definitely link it down below for you guys. Okay, so this is the first palette that I'm trying out in this 4 palette series. So far, I'm very impressed. The quality of these eyeshadows is even better than I remember from Lethal Cosmetics, so I'm super duper excited to try the other 3 palettes as well. I hope you're enjoying this video. Now let's go ahead and get into another look. Okay, it's time to create a blue look with this palette. I'm so excited. This is one of the palettes I was super excited about. So let's go ahead and start off with the dark blue shade called Wolf Cove, or is it Wolf? It looks like it's an A. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I'm trying to say the names of these shades, because all the Avatar fans are probably like, no, Karen, absolutely not. But I'm going to go ahead and pack that on. Such a pigmented, beautiful, dark shade. And of course, I want to put that on the outer corner. This is the darkest shade in the palette, so I thought it would look really nice there. I do have a bit of a fallout, which I did not set my under eyes today, so let me go ahead and take care of that real quick. Okay, so I just put some loose powder under my eyes just to kind of set my concealer and foundation so that if there was any fallout, it wouldn't just like kind of like melt into my foundation. But this blue shade is absolutely stunning. And then I want to use this shade right here called Penguin Sledding. It's like a really pretty periwinkle blue kind of shade, and I love some good contrast between the outer corner and the inner corner, so I'm gonna kind of like pack that on in the crease as well as on the lid and blend those 2 colors together. Okay, I'm going to go back into the dark blue, and I'm just going to add a little bit more on the outer corner. And of course, I want to use this beautiful purple shade all over the lid, so let's go ahead and put that on. Okay, so I just picked that up on a flat brush. I'm giving it a nice spray, and I'm just going to start. Ooh, that's pretty. You know, I feel like it's been a while since I've had a good purple. This one, with my lights, I just see the green reflected in it. It's so pretty. It's like a bright electric green. I'm so here for this. Okay, that shadow is so pretty. I love it so much. I just put it all over my lid. I'm going to use my favorite blue eyeliner from Pacifica and line the waterline quick. This is such a beautiful, creamy, vibrant blue shade, so I think it'll go really well with this palette. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade called Water Whip, which is this really pretty, like, mid-tone blue that I was eyeing. I wanted to put it in the crease. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I forgot to dust it off. And it just kind of went everywhere on my under eye, so yikes. She got a little messy. Uh-oh. I'm going to take a little bit of the dark blue and just kind of bring that on the outer edge of the lower lash line and also blend upwards to the outer corner on the lid. For the inner corner, I want to experiment with a white matte inner corner. This might have been the wrong brush to use for this, but it's okay. Actually going to change my mind and add a little bit of the lightest shimmer shade, this one right here, in the inner corner as well. That blue eyeshadow is very pigmented, you guys, so be warned. You really need to make sure that you're dusting off your brush, because I thought I did, but apparently not, and Apparently I can't get away from a shimmery inner corner to save my life, even though I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a matte white, but look at this beautiful like baby blue shade. So I love this. It's simple. It's very me, but it's fun and colorful. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off, do something with this hair, and I'll be right back to show you the finished product. Okay friends, so this is the finished look with the water palette, and I would love to know what you guys think. I personally really like this color story, so of course I was all about it. Let me go ahead and tell you really quick what else is on my face today in case you guys are curious at all. So I've been trying to use up this foundation from NARS. It'll be linked down below. I also have this discontinued concealer from Urban Decay. I honestly feel like this is done. I should probably just put it in my empties bin, but I did use it just one last time. For my blush, bronzer, and highlight combo, we definitely went with the luxury vibe. So I'm wearing my YSL bronzer, my Dior. This is the Bronze Glow shade. I forgot the name. I was like, what is this called? This is the Bronze Glow shade that they recently came out with. And then I have this beautiful highlighter, the Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade Rosy. I love that so, so much. And of course, as always, I have my Say bronzer underneath the powder bronzer because I've just been really into doing that. And I want to wear all of my Unearthly satin lipsticks. So this is the shade Linda, and it's just a fun purpley pink shade, and I love pairing blue and purple, so I thought that would be a fun pop of color for the lips. And then my setting spray is the one from Glamlight. I've been using that since they just launched that with the Fresh Prince collection. So that is everything on my face and the Lethal palette. Now let's go ahead and get into another look with this palette collection. I'm about to film with this green palette and I just swatched it, y'all. I literally didn't want to clean my arm off because this palette, these greens, I literally posted a story on my Instagram saying the Green Goblin has been activated. I'm so excited. I love this. I wish I had created this green palette because it's so good. So let's go ahead and put it on my eyeballs. Now today I am testing out a new eyeshadow primer. I talked about this in my Sephora haul video, or maybe my monthly haul. I picked up the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip eyeshadow primer because I always see Baddie Bean using this on her Instagram tutorials. So I was like, let me see what this is all about because I love the primer. So I thought I'd try out the eye primer. You guys know the Sigma eyeshadow primer in the shade Ignite is my bae. It's my true love, my eyeshadow primer of choice. So we're making some moves here, pairing this palette with the new eyeshadow primer, but I was curious, so fingers crossed that it does not disappoint like those Milk eyeshadow bases that I'm still traumatized from, but let's put it on my eyes, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm wondering if I should do like a reverse smoky eye with this palette. Let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to go into the shade called 575. It's such a pretty limey green, and I'm going to put that on the outer half of my eyes and just kind of messily blend it out. I like it to look very like whimsical when I'm doing a shade like this on the outer corner because I'm so used to doing my regular smoky eye, but I've done smoky eyes for every look, so I figured let me try something different, even though it maybe like pains my soul a little bit. I want to talk to you guys about the Karen Reed case. Are you guys following this? Because every day I watch this case, I'm like shocked and mildly horrified. If this was me on trial and this is how they conducted the investigation, I would be gutted because there's no way I could afford all these attorneys and these costs that this lady must be having to pay to put up this defense. But if you guys are following the case, you're my people. Comment below, DM me on Instagram because nobody cares. And here I am just watching it with the law nerds, but they're actually cross-examining Trooper Butnick right now, so I am sacrificing to create this eye look, but my babysitter is here, so I have to do it while she's here. That looks gorgeous. Love it. I'm going to take this little Odin's Eye brush and I'm going to go into the shade Daily, or D-A-I-L-I, this color. When I saw them swatch the shade on YouTube, when they revealed this collection, I was like, if I don't have that shade, I'm gonna cry buckets of tears. So I'm so glad I have this color. It's so pretty. It's like a true green to me. I feel like a lot of the times we have like tealy greens in palettes. We never get like the saturated green. So I'm so here for this, and I'm just kind of blending that into the lighter green shade, but I really want to focus it kind of towards the inner corner. Really pack that on. So I really want to use the dark green too, but I think I'm going to do the shimmers on my eyes first. So I definitely need to use some of these tones. I really want to use all of these shimmers on my eyes, but I think I'm going to go with either of these two on the outer corner and maybe this one on the inner corner. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to take this Juvia's Place brush and I'm going to go into this shimmery shade and I'm going to give it a spray. So of course that green shade slaps. Now I'm going to go into this first shade, which is like a duochromy purpley greeny kind of shade, and I'm just going to put that right here towards the inner half of this look. Okay, I love it. Gonna go back into the blending brush and amp up that green. And then I'm gonna take that other brush that I used and add a little bit more of that jade green. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go into this dark green shade and I'm just gonna put the littlest amount on the inner corner, and I'm gonna go back into this brush and just gonna give it a little blend in there. Okay, cute. Hopefully it translates. Now I'm gonna line the lower lash line and finish up this look. Okay, so I'm gonna take the same brush and go into that beautiful green shade that I'm like officially obsessed with and kind of pull that into the waterline. And we're gonna take a pencil brush, go into that lighter green shade, and then just kind of run it on the outer half of the lower lash line and bring it to the outer corner and just blend into that as well, so it just ties everything together. Okay, it's different, but I love it. I kind of wish I had done my regular spooky eye, but I'm glad I got outside of my comfort zone. So the makeup's done. I just need to throw on some mascara, put on some earrings, do something with this hair. So I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? I just spent about 20 minutes trying to get my half lashes on. This is my third time using the Milk Johnny lashes, and I don't know why, but I was totally on the struggle bus. I'm not even 100% convinced that it looks good, but I was committed, so I just sat there and kept trying. I should have probably managed to film like 3 videos today. Instead, I have a portion of one, but that is life, is it not? Anyways, this is the look. Let me tell you what else is on my face really quick. Okay, so I've been trying to like dig out some older products. I used the KVD Lock-It Liquid Foundation. I feel like it's just showing off like all of my texture. Also, the shade is a little bit light for me, but I think with the bronzer and stuff, I was able to make it work. I use this Essence concealer. I think this is a really nice concealer, and it's like under $5 or $6 at the drugstore. Bronzer, blush, and highlighter combo. I found this when I was putting away some of my makeup from my April haul. It's the Too Faced bronzer stick, so I decided to try it out today. Not as bad as when I was first using it when I picked it up, so I'm definitely gonna keep testing it some more. I don't know, I'm just not in love with it. I definitely like the Say liquid bronzer better than this cream one. And then this is the Makeup Forever bronzer, one of my favorites. I'm wearing the Fenty Blush in Baked Peach. This is from the summer collection. I thought this might be too dark for me, but honestly, I think it looks beautiful. And I use the Natasha Denona Hygen highlighter in the shade Medium. I just filmed a video with the Golden collection, and so I wanted to try this out because I feel like I haven't used it in a while. I've been using my Fenty highlighter, so I decided to try this one out. And then I used a new brow gel for the first time. This is the one from Surat. It's their clear brow gel. I got this from Creator and Friends because they were one of the like event gifting partners. And if you can see this brush, it kind of looks like a little comb. And so it was very interesting to use that in my brows, but I just finished up a Patrick Ta brow gel, so I'm happy to have something new to play with. I kind of forgot about this Hourglass powder, so I found it today and I was like, oh, let me use this again. So I've just been so into my Ultra Peach from One Size that I haven't been showing this any love. And as far as the Milk Makeup Eyeshadow Primer goes, I think this is nice. I feel like I've gotten so used to my Sigma pen that it's gonna take me a while to get used to this, but this one kind of reminds me of NYX. They have an eyeshadow primer that's in like a white tube. I loved that primer back in the day, so this one kind of reminds me of that, and I think it's just going to take me some getting used to. I love the applicator. It's very convenient. And then for my lip shade, I've been going through all of my satin lips from Unearthly. This is one of my favorite shades that they've done. It's Jeanette. I think Amanda needs to make this in like every single version of lip product she offers. We need a lip pencil. We need a liquid lipstick. We need a bullet lipstick. This is such a cool shade. It's like a yellowy brown, and I just think it's such a fun color. It's a little bit different, but not too bold. So if you want to like switch things up, but you don't want to go like blue, this might be a fun one to try out. It's Jeanette from Unearthly. So this is the look with the Earth palette. Let's go ahead and get into the last look with these palettes. Okay friends, so I have most of my makeup on, so it's time to do an eye look. I am testing out a new eyeshadow stick today. I want to see if it's going to be a suitable eyeshadow primer for me, so I will link that down below under this look if you're curious. But let's go ahead and play with this palette. I think I'm going to do something a little bit more neutral, but it's gonna be gorgeous, I promise. Okay, so I have to start off with this fiery shade. It's so pretty. And I'm gonna put that on the outer corner and just kind of blend it into the outer crease and bring it in. And then I'm gonna take this peachy color and I'm gonna put it on the inner corner. And I'm just like blending that into the crease, into the red, all over the lid as well, because I like to have some good coverage. So I really like how that's looking. Next, I'm going to take this blue shade. It was so pretty when I swatched it, and I'm going to put it all over the lid. There's so many gorgeous shimmers in this palette. I feel like this is the best eyeshadow palettes they've created. I don't know, something about this formula is just so good. The mattes are good, the shimmers are good. They sometimes have very powdery formula, even when it comes to the shimmers, but these are perfect. They're smooth, they glide. I'm just so impressed. Anyways, this blue is pretty. I just wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm gonna put it all over the lid. But look, it's like a silvery blue. Actually, it's almost like a taupey color, isn't it? Maybe I'm just crazy, I don't know, but I just love that combo. I just thought it would look really pretty, and I have like light blue jeans on today, so I thought it would all like work together. So for the waterline, I use this shade from Natasha Denona called Fushi, but I'm going to take this pen. This is the eyeshadow stick that I used as my primer today, and I'm just going to run that on the edge here because I want to get the mustard shade to really pop from this collection. So I'm just layering it on top of the eyeshadow stick. We'll see if this does what I want it to do. But it's such a pretty color, this mustard. I was going to use it on the crease, but I was feeling inspired to do something a little different than what I had first thought. So I'm going to use this on the waterline with that Natasha Denona eyeliner and just kind of really pack it on as much as I can, and then I'm going to blend it. You guys know I always have a tough time with mustardy shades. They're so close to my skin tone, they can be hard for people to see. It's hard for me to see, so I always like want to really pack it on. And I'm going to take some of the red shade and just kind of bring that back to life on the outer corner here. And I'm just going to, oh my goodness, there's like construction going on upstairs. But I'm just going to blend that red in and a little bit towards the bottom too, just to tie it all together. But I kind of love that matte, almost like on the shimmer shade. It's giving like a strawberry hue. But overall, something a little bit different for me. I kind of love the vibe. Let's see if I can bump up this blue a little bit more with my finger. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this look up off camera, and I'll be right back to show it to you. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. Went for kind of an earthy vibe on the lips, so hopefully it's not throwing you guys off too much, but let me go ahead and tell you really quick what is on my face today, and then we can break down all 4 of these eyeshadow palettes. So I decided to go very bougie for the foundation. I'm wearing my Prada foundation, and then for concealer, I went to the opposite end. So this is the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer. It's like $5 at the drugstore. So those are my 2 base products. For blush, bronzer, and highlighter today, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Powder Bronzer, the Natasha Denona Hygen. This is the medium shade. And for blush, I have the new Huda Beauty Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Peach something, Peach Sorbet. So I filmed a little reel with this. It should be up already in case you guys want to hear my thoughts on that. And then this lip shade is called Mandy from Unearthly. I've just been going through my Unearthly satin lipsticks, and I just thought this would be kind of a fun earthy toned lip. It's like a greeny baby pukey, baby poopy color, and I don't know, I was just feeling it. My earrings I did recently get from Zara, so I will link them down below in case you guys are curious about them. They're a little bit heavy, but they're not too bad at all in case you are into them. I just thought they were fun, and I just got them in the mail, so I thought, why not? Let's wear it with this look. So that is everything on my face today. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about these 4 eyeshadow palettes. I'm honestly glad that I don't have the whole collection to break down for you guys. I think Lethal has like nailed their formula in this collection. I've tried a lot of Lethal palettes. I pretty much have tried every single one that they've ever come out with. These ones are just so good. The formula is lovely. The mattes are pigmented, but they're buildable. They blend well. They're so pigmented. I'm just like really loving the pigmentation of these. I think the shades are just paired so well together. They're interesting, but they're not like overly intimidating. I think even if you're a beginner or you're somebody that's been doing fun eyeshadow looks for a really long time, I think that this could work for either of those types of people or anyone in between. So I feel like they just gave us so much for this collection. I love the mattes. I love the metallics. They're so beautiful. They're sparkly. They're shifty. You can apply them with a brush. You can apply them with your finger. They work both ways. You can spray them on. They last really well. The mattes and the shimmers. Like, I'm so impressed with these. I'm so appreciative that they sent these my way because they're so good. I've had so much fun playing with every single palette. So let's just go ahead and look at every single one. Just again, I feel like I have favorites, but I also really love all of them. This is of course the green palette. I think that it's very easy to do very big color stories, and I feel like they just made this so interesting with the 9-pan palette. We've got some really nice light greens. We've got a mid-tone green and a dark green. We've got some neutrals if you want to go with the whole earthy vibe. The shimmers are stunning. They're so stunning. And then we have a beautiful like multi-chrome shade here in the middle. So I love all of these. I feel like I've said it and I can't say it enough, but I love all of these. I love the water palette. I love, again, the range of blues. We've got light blues, we've got dark blues. Super helpful, especially the way I like to do my makeup. I think this might have been my favorite look that I did with this collection because I love to pair pink and blue together. So I love that. And again, beautiful shimmers. We've got like a cool tone kind of brown shade if you're into that. So love that. The fire palette, so good. I used this one right after I used the Unearthly palette, and I still feel like this has 9 shades instead of, I think that one has 12, but this one held up really well. Again, light peachy shade, dark shade. We've got some mid-tone shades, so a nice distribution of those mattes. You can do so many different looks. Beautiful choice of shimmers, just out of this world amazing. And then the palette I have on today, which is the Wind palette. I feel like this one is like the most confusing to me as far as like what do I think of when I think of wind, but I also love that they gave us like some fun pops of color. It's almost like they pulled all the other elements into this palette. Like we've got a little bit of water, a little bit of fire, and we've got like a little bit of earth, and then we have like these like kind of lighter tones to maybe symbolize air. I don't know. Air doesn't really have a color, so I feel like they did the best they could. I haven't seen the show again, so I have no idea where this is coming from, but I think this is such a fun palette. If you're into neutrals, I feel like this might be the one to go for, but I also feel like you can do really fun looks if you, again, use this like brighter shade, kind of like I did today. So lots of fun options here. If I haven't said it enough already, I think they nailed it. I love this collection. Congratulations to Lethal on their first IP collaboration. They killed it. Now, when do we get more? I need to know. I need to know. I love this so, so much. That is everything for my 4 looks video. As always, please let me know which was your favorite look. Down in the comments, you can leave an emoji or just leave a comment saying air, water, earth, or wind. I would love to hear which one was your favorite, or if it was all 4, just comment a bunch of emojis. That always makes my day. Thank you again to Lethal for sending this my way. I do have a code with them. It's a non-affiliate, but you can use it to save some money. This collection, I don't know if it's still available at Camera Ready, but I will link everything down below just to make it a little bit easy for you guys to shop. Thank you for hanging with me. Give this video a thumbs up. Free way to support the channel. Let me know that you guys like to see these multiple looks videos, that it's helpful to you guys. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for hanging with me, and I will see you in another video very, very soon.